Om Apyayantu mamangani Vak pranaschakshuh Shrotramatho balamindriyani cha sarvani Sarvam brahmaupanishadam Maham brahma nirakuryam Mam brahma nirakaro Anirakaranamastu anirakaranam me astu Tadatmani nirateya upanishadsu dharma Ste mai santu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So we selected today one text. So on the basis of this text, we will find answers for your questions. Why? The text will not give answer. No text can give any answer to our questions. Why? Our questions are coming because of what? Because of our own question. What is question? It is expressing a doubt that is there within. So from this Advaitic perspective, you are the creator of your doubt. Because when you stand apart from reality, then you assume an individuality. And individuality's birth itself is a doubt. And its existence is based on doubts. Now how do we resolve them? If you say, the ultimate resolution will be only through our own experiential recognition about the falsity of these doubts and the one and the doubter. So with that, not all questions I am saying, but some of these requires general answers. But the key questions are there in this, especially the fourth one. For that, to resolve that question, that why is there incompleteness, insecurity, how to overcome it, that was there. So for that, we have to own up the experience where there will not be any scope for this question to arise. So now we have selected one text which can answer not only that question, even others. But it will answer in the sense not that you have to follow it as a dictum. It will generate a vichaara process within us. And when we go with the text and when we allow this vichaara in us to blossom, then naturally we will find answers. Yes? Okay. What is this text? Devikalottara. So why we selected this text and what is this text? We have to see that. So this text, it is coming under agama. Agamas means there are around 28 in number. And this is agama. These agamas, what do they deal with? They deal with mainly regarding Saguna Brahma. Saguna Brahma Upasana, not only on that Upasana, they describe the various deities, how to make those deities, how to carve those deities, what material you have to use, what shape they have to be there, then where you have to consecrate them, then how you have to build a platform, temple, all this in detail, everything, every brick where you place in a temple is, the plan is given by this agama sastra. Most of the temples in India, especially the south, all temples are based on this agama sastra. So even the worship, what all you have to use for the worship, which all mantras, how to invoke the deity, all this is detailedly given in Agama Shastra. But this is a Upagama, which is mostly talking about only about Jnana, Jnanaakara. So this is a conversation between our father and mother. Who are they?
Shiva.
Mata Parvati Devi, Pitareva Maheshwara. So this is their conversation. So it is the principle of Paravidya or Atma Vidya that Maheshwara has revealed to Devi Parvati. Okay, that is all fine. And why? How did this come into attention, and why it is of such a important text for us? Is of the recent times there are very few Mahatmas who have presented the truth directly without using elaborate logic and tarka and all that. Directly, what is the truth? And based on their experience, they try to present the text, and to their surprise, it is in line with all the scriptures. So one that is coming in that lineage and whom we all know is Ramana Maharshi. So he has a great liking for this text. Why? Because it doesn't deviate from the topic of the Brahma Tattva. No way it will. Repeatedly it will instruct to give up everything, and it will emphasize only on this Vastu Lakshana, this text. So because of that, all the confusion that is there in the seeker's mind will disappear. Because all the confusion is because of various distractions and preoccupations. So it will not only tell the truth, it will come to the extent of the seeker. And it will try to find out what is obstructing you. Because the seeker knows, like you mentioned in the fourth question, recognition of the true self is there. Then what is it that is obstructing me? So the text will find out. So it will immediately find out that this fellow is in our same, matching our wavelength. And then we are not something very unique, no? There are some people like us who have gone in this path, and because of the grace of Ishvara, we come into this path, hear the scripture, and we 100% agree with it. But then later again we have some. So what is this? If you say, don't worry, this is one breed, and this breed I know how to handle, the text is saying. So that's why Ramana Maharshi has selected this. So maybe he had students like this, who are very easily, because of his presence, they are able to recognize the reality. But when they go, they are not able to remain as it. So then he thought, this is the text. Because this text is directly pointing out all those things. So Ramana Maharshi, what he says about this text is,
Devikalottara means, Devikalottara.
Whatever the questions this Devi has asked, the Bhagavan has replied. Or it is about that infinity. So here, Ramana Maharshi says, that is what he mentioned in his introduction to this. So he says this is like a boat that takes you to the shore of your real nature. So here, like if you look at what type of boat this is we all are on the boat anyway. But that boat, Like the ocean, the waves are so turbulent, but it will vacillate. It will be tossed up and down. That is how the path is. Not that simply you go there anywhere. So we take up various paths. So all those paths are how? What are those? They are like these boats that are ferrying us to the direct path, shore of liberation. That's what he is saying. But we can add little to that. So usually if you take any path, it is like this. That's why if you look at the aspirants in general, if you visit any ashram, any good and decent ashrams, where people have joined there to reach their goal, if you go there, from the spiritual perspective, means who are real seekers, among them, if you interview, many will turn out to be discontent. Why? Because they are serious in this part. I will take it positively, initially. Because why they are discontent, they are discontent with the ignorance they have. So if an ignorant is content, what does it mean? He is in a wrong place. So, but if you are discontent there, that is a good thing. At least he is a mumukshu. He is discontent with his ignorance. That is good thing. So that is an encouraging thing. But the other thing is, not only that, because we are in trying to get over this samsara by getting into small boats, oceans. In the ocean we are going, we are trying to ferry the ocean. And you got into a boat like the boat we get into in Dakshineshwar to come to Ramakrishna. But what are you crossing? I am crossing the Indian Ocean, you say. So is it how it will be? Journey. You will reach, you may or you may not reach. Anyway, the whole journey will be in fear. Because anything can happen anytime. Okay. Then, so now we are giving you a ship, a cruiser ship we are giving. Ship means it is no wave can do anything with it. Even however mighty wave comes, it can go through the wave. So what is that ship if you say? That is Devikalottara. Yes? महाराज ने यहाँ नैष्कर्म्य सिद्धि मांडुक्य कारिका ऐसा ऐसा बहुत ग्रंथ का नाम लेके आया और यहाँ ये देविकालोत्तरम सुन के उनके मन में so this is Devikalottara. Okay, now let us see. Because of our time constraint, we will select some few important things that will address our issues based on our yesterday's discussion. So let us look at the first sloka. Sri Devi Uvacha. Sarvesham api muktyartam mukti margasya darshanam Devesha Jnanaachara Krupaya Katayasvame. What is our Divine Mother asking here? Mother is putting direct question to Ishvara. See the compassion of the Divine Mother here. Sarvesham api muktyartam. Mukti. For who? Who is mukti?
Sarvesham.
For her children. Sarvesham api. For everybody. Because now we know the story according to Shiv Purana. How difficult, what all penance mother has to do to reach reality, that is Shiva. So she doesn't want her children, like any compassionate mother, to undergo all such. So she is telling, now you tell. Sarvesham api muktyartam. For everybody's mukti. Mukti margasya darshanam. You will say that everybody, there is no point in living like an ignorant person, you should attain mukti. But what is the way? Now if you don't tell, people will find whatever way they come across. and they will go ahead. Now you tell, what is that Mukti Marga? Here, this is one important thing we have to. She is asking out of great respect and humility. She is pleading, Krupaya Katayasvame. What she has to, what she is asking, Jnanam Acharam. See, these words we have to, very important. Jnanam Acharam, Devesha. Who can tell about this rather than you, the omniscient one? Now, whatever he is going to say, nobody can improve it. Yes or no? That is what is why Bhagavan Shiva himself is telling me, and the Adi Yogi is telling this, and not for any other, to Divine Mother. So it should be the ultimate, otherwise Mother will not allow. Devesha Jnanam Acharam. Jnanam and Acharam. See, he is not asking, first you tell what is Acharam and then what is Jnanam. What is Acharam? If you tell, like any sadhus like us who have been in this path, we will tell endlessly. From yoga we can tell, from jnana we can tell, from bhakti we can tell, Acharam, sadhana panchakam we can tell, many we can tell. Shabadama Shat Sampatti we can tell, Yama Niyama Asana Pranayama. But here, all those are for jnana. Here, jnana acharam. What is this? Jnanam acharam. Okay. So this is what Mother asked. What Mother asked? Jnanam acharam. Jnanam and acharam that will facilitate mukti. Jnanam you should tell. What? Not simply any other jnanam. That should give us mukti. And after that jnanam, what is the acharam? You should tell. For sure, there should be mukti at the end of this.
My question it was.
Very good. You got connected. So here, that is a very subtle way of. So you should not think that I made up this commentary based on your question. It is there in this, but people have not written accordingly. But it is there. How you know it is there? Next you see. Ishvara Uvacha. So Ishvara will confirm this, what I told. So what he is saying, Jnanaachara vararohe katayami tavaduna previshanti yato moksham jnanino dvasta kalmasham. So what Bhagavan is saying here, Ishvara, yaha, okay, I will tell so that everybody will attain knowledge. What knowledge is this? I will tell you Jnanam and Achara. Okay. What type of knowledge? It is the highest knowledge. Right away I will tell. As you hear, you will get moksha, he is saying. But this is the word. So what Bhagavan is doing here, Ishvara, is making the question clear. For whom? Not to Mother. To Mother he need not make. Mother asked the question and he is going to tell the answer. Then he knows what all children Mother has. So he is trying to make that question clear. Fellows, don't think, understand that is a simple question. So that question, what is the meaning of that question I am saying? He is telling.
Merely.
Jnanino dvasta kalmasham. He is saying. Oh, dvasta kalmasham. Means who? Jnani. So, yes, jnana, but there is some kalmasha. What is this? So this is a different thing what he is saying. So the question is making clear. So I'll give you not only this jnana, but the way how to get rid of this kalmasham. Post jnana sadhana.
Very good.
So what is that? So here, like in the morning, when we were discussing before you came, that also you can connect here. What is that? Krutopasak, Akrutopasak. We are discussing that. So this is about Akrutopasak. Means because of the Divine Mother is very eager to bless anybody. So because of our blessing, we will come, we will be doing Mother's Upasana or somebody's Upasana. Then Divine Mother, then what she will do? She doesn't want you to suffer in the name of sadhana. She will somehow connect you to somewhere and you will know about the reality. And you will know that this is the reality. So now you are content. But later, you have not come from the main road. You have come because of her grace. So she might have thought, now at least this fellow, instead of getting depressed in this path, let him know what that reality is clearly. So that he will not doubt that why I came into this path. So he knows what it is. He has an intuitive recognition of this reality and associated peace with this recognition. But then comes to own it up. You have to use this light of knowledge and eliminate all the unwanted things that are lying around. That is what Mother expected to do. But if you don't do that, or if you feel everything is over, then it will be a problem. Because you have recognized, but you have not made your own. So then for that, what you have to do, all this kalmasham should be eliminated, he is saying. What is this kalmasham? It's not something, see, we have assumed this body to be me. Body, I am an apparatus to be what I am. And with that, you have given reality to various things. The whole world you feel is real. And then you feel so many lokas are there, that also real. Then the God who is there, you will see that form, that is real, you will see. All these are real, you will see. Now you have recognized that, no, you are not this, you are that. Fine. Then what? That very second you should know that there is nothing other than that. And then you should also know that you cannot be disturbed because there is no second thing. And if you know it from your heart, means you live like that. That is Krutopasak. Like you have example in front. Front means not here, there. Sri Ramakrishna. Krutopasak means he. So because he has all the kalmasha through, means I am taking him as a sadhak. Like don't get offended if you take him as avatar. Even avatars, they have come only to show light to us. So if you take him as a sincere sadhak, he used that Devi Upasana to eliminate all the kalmasham. So then Devi directly has, because Devi knows before if you give him the path to truth, he will not take. Because he wants only Devi's darshan. So after that, post Upasana Phala, she has directed her son towards knowledge. And then what he has to do, there are no more kalmasha already in him. So he has owned it. Yes? Then what about us? What about us? Why? We can place, in our place we can put all his other disciples. His disciples. He did not tell them all to do only what he did. I am assuming. No, we don't find like that. Then, according to their samskaras, he has directed, and to some he has even presented the jnana directly. Why he did that? Just like what our mother did to us. Somehow or other, we get introduced to reality. But then, is that over? No. They all had an intuitive recognition of who they are even when he is there. Because that's what he did to them. Because of that, they were able to continue in that path. Why? Because you cannot go back anywhere now. Why? Because you know for sure what it is. But like him, can you own that up? Like him? No. Why? Kalmashas are still there. So for that what you have to do? You do sadhana. That's what they all did. As soon as they left, they have reorganized themselves and they said they all planned to get to it and eliminate all these things. So right now, Bhagavan is telling, I know all your children are like this only. They somehow come onto this path and they know the truth. But now there are a lot of kalmashas. Now we have to find ways to eliminate all that. On what basis? On the strength of knowledge. Otherwise, mother will not allow. Knowledge is given by her. Now, on the basis of knowledge, now you have to get rid of all these kalmashas. So, okay. So, Ishvara is saying, Jnanaacharo vararohe katayami tavadana. So, here, the most important thing, is that question clear now?
Yes.
What mother asked, that is being elaborated here. So, you asked for jnanam and achara. So, jnanam, okay. And then what is the acharam that has to be followed after jnana? So, okay, I know that your children somehow got onto this. Now I will tell how to make that jnanam into jnananishta. So, like morning we discussed, the jnanam and jnananishta, that is for only for this kruta akruta pasaks. So, if you go further, this jivan mukti viveka, all those are also same thing. So, you have tattva jnana, but then manonasha vasanakshaya. So, on the basis of tattva jnana, if tattva jnana is there, manonasha vasanakshaya should happen. But they are not happening. Yes, now we will make it happen through this. That's what Bhagavan has taken a vow to make sure that our jnanam will yield in jivan mukti. So he is saying now, this book is what? About jivan mukti, not simple jnana. A jnanam that will facilitate, that will culminate in jivan mukti. Okay. So the next sloka. Esham bodona sanyato kalajnana varanane na tesham jayate bodaha shastra koti shatairapi. See, not a simple thing I am saying, he is saying. If the importance of this text, this kalajnana, the jnanam about the reality, if through this, if you are not able to have jivan mukti, then even by studying shastra koti shatairapi, countless crores of shastras, you will not get this. Why? This is the direct reason. So, why Bhagavan is saying this, Ishvara is saying this, adding this? To tell, don't judge the greatness of this text based on its size. So he is saying, if you don't get with this, you will not get with any other thing. You will not get with any other thing, he is saying. Then this is the most important to, he is trying to point out that how important this is. Okay, now we know its importance. So, are we qualified for it? So that is the next thing. Because such an important thing is saying, no other scripture can give you this fulfillment of jivan mukti. I am not saying jnana. Here now we are trying to separate purposefully, so that to get clarity on our questions between jnanam and jnananishta. So if you say, is there a difference? No, for an uttamadhikari. But is there a difference? Yes, for anybody other than that. Is there a difference? No, for a krutopasak. Is there a difference? Yes, who is not a krutopasak? Like that. Then who is a krutopasak? They have already jnana. They have gone through all Upanishads, Brahmasutra, everything they have gone through. But then that contentment is not there. Why we are feeling that what is this incompleteness? That is still there. So now what we have to do? Okay, now you read this, he's saying. Through this you will get it. You will know exactly what is jnana and what you have to do for this jnana to be stable and to own up that contentment, which is the intrinsic part of that jnana. Okay? Now we know the importance. Now are we qualified for it? Okay. Bhagavan himself is saying. What Bhagavan is saying? Now we will go into fifth sloka. Fifth one. Nirmama karunopetaha sarvabhuta abhayapradaha bhajet kalottaram devi mumukshu yoga tatparaha. Here, mumukshu yoga tatparaha. Okay. So for the mumukshu, who is the mumukshu? Yoga tatparaha. He has moksha ichha. Moksha ichha means what? Yoga tatpara. This is not an ordinary yoga, this is. The yoga where there is no scope for the individuality to remain. That is the yoga. Who is a mumukshu? He is eager to eliminate his individuality. Yes or no? Mumukshu means everybody is mumukshu, moksha ichha, moksha ichha. Yes, we are saying what? No. Mumukshu means who is eager to eliminate his individuality. Means who is eager to burn his Aadhaar card. That is a mumukshu. I already burnt. I did already Viraja Homo, everything. Now I am connected. I have a new name. And no. Now again, this year you have identity. New Aadhaar card will not solve the problem. You have to eliminate that identity itself. So who is a mumukshu means? Who is eager to see the illusion of this individuality. Now what we are saying, are you qualified? So now are you a mumukshu? We are asking. Bhagavan is asking. Okay, you are telling for the children, I have to tell this, and so that everybody will get the Drudha Jnana. But now I am saying, you see whether your children are qualified or not. In 2 slokas I am saying he is telling. If not, we have to make ourselves qualified. That's what it is. So mumukshu yoga tatparaha, what he should do? This mumukshu, he has only 2 things. If you are eager to disown your individuality, then that will be possible only by 2 things. And you should be ready for it. This is the essence of this whole text. What is that you have to do? Nirmama. You should not have mamata first. Because the attention will not come on to your subjective individuality if you are already preoccupied with objective things. My. Now I cannot tell here in this circle, my family. No? I have to say my ashram, my guru, my path, my sadhana. Nirmama, he is saying. But even this is important, to disowning everything other than the reality. You have to disown, he said. How do you know whether you have disowned? How do we know, first of all, whether you are mumukshu? Mumukshu means you should not have mama, because he is on the path to disown individuality. And that is not possible if you have mamata. So nirmama. How do you know if you have that nirmama? So next you have to take karunopetaha. You should have compassion. Okay. What is this compassion? If you say, See, Sarva Bhuta Abhaya Pradaha means
or don't harm other creatures.
don't harm. No? Here, that is not what we are interested here. Here what we are saying, Sarva Bhuta Abhaya Pradaha. For everybody, what he is bestowing here, like protection. Protection he is giving. How will you give protection? First of all, see, how can you give Abhaya to anybody? You fellow, you are sitting here inside, in one place. And what can we give Abhaya? So the meaning is here, like Bhayam, fear is usually, let us take our human beings or anybody. Fear is for what? For food. If you don't get, you will get your food or not, that is a fear. Then a place to stay. Yes. Then some clothes to wear. Like what we are discussing, the social security in a community, how they will get? They should have access to education, free education, then medical, yes, then food they should have, then place to stay. So this is what, like what we want for security, the same thing. So old people, old age people, some pension, something like that. This is what. So here, Sarva Bhuta Abhaya Pradaha means what? You have to, based on in your capacity, selflessly, as per your competency, you have to serve the community and give them what they need. Not for your own people or your community or your state. Irrespective of whoever they are, based on your capacity, you serve them selflessly. This is the real selfless service is this. Yes. So for your question, Chitta Shuddhi, how does this Nishkam Karma or Karma Yoga cause for the same you are saying? No? And then you have asked about what is this Karma? What is this Nishkam Karma? Yes, this is Nishkam Karma. Nishkam Karma means what? You are not having any Kamana. For whom? For yourself. Yes. And if you are only doing service for people around whom you like, then will that become Nishkama? No. That is because of Mamata, you are expressing it, but you are telling to the world it is yours, it is selfless, but there is no selflessness in that. Then what you are doing here? Here, irrespective of whoever he is, you are giving them what they need. Like for example, all our big ashrams who have started, what all they did earlier and what they are doing now. Like if you look at, we all know during the plague what all they did in Bengal, or during the famine what all they did. That is Sarva Bhuta Abhaya Pradha means that. So why should you are into this path? Even Swami Vivekananda was objected that time. Exactly, if you have to understand Swami Vivekananda's vision, this is what is there in this sloka. You want moksha, mumuksha? You are interested in disowning individuality? Go. Why he sent two of his disciples to Haridwar? And even many objected to him. No? Why you are telling our service? Guru Maharaj did not tell. So because of this. So if you want to have really Atma Jnana, this is what you have to do first. So if you are a mumukshu, then you are ready to disown individuality. So are you ready really? First, do you have mamata? Then you are not ready. You are simply fooling yourself. So don't think that first you get rid of this mamata. Then if you get rid of, you will have compassion. Real compassion will come then. Irrespective of, like what all great Mahatmas like Buddha have told is this. So you have to have compassion, he's saying. Then how do you know whether you really have compassion? Sarva bhuta abhaya pradaha. You, whatever they need, not like our duty. Like as a duty you can do something in your school or wherever. All that is the same thing. But out of the way you have to. Even if it gives you discomfort. Discomfort to whom it will cause you? To the individuality. You should be ready for it. Then you are on the path. But here you are not using knowledge. You are only doing seva. But that seva is becoming a way. Same thing it is doing. Even through knowledge you have to disown the individuality. But through seva, if seva has to give you chitta shuddhi, it has to be at this level. Where even at your discomfort, you have to serve others. So this is, I think this is the service that all our great teachers, especially Swami Vivekananda in this generation, have emphasized. This is service. So then that will make way directly for jnana. Don't forget about all other things. So even anybody who is got into this path, like I was saying, mother has pushed them directly into this. Mother will not push anybody into this path who go on repeating her name or do whatever the puja part. You may know, and I also know many people who are very established pujaris since 30 years. And they continue to remain like that. But whom mother pushed, who have seen her in the creation and to some extent who have did this selfless service, to them mother will be keen to reveal her real nature. Yes? So here to the same thing. So why we have become into Apkuta Pasak is because of some of the good things which mother has recognized in us. She has pushed us into that. Okay. But now we need not worry. We have to take it forward. Okay, now are you mumukshu? Yes. Because I am ready to disown individuality. How do you know? Nirmama. I don't have any attachment. How do you know? I have compassion. How do you know if you have compassion? Sarva bhuta abhaya. I have served at my discomfort. If not, serve now. That is the thing. If you want to use service for Chitta Shuddhi, this is the way. So what I can give, whatever you can give, which is according to your capacity. Even if you give this, like some people who want this knowledge, selflessly if you give, even that is part of it. Or if you are teaching, teach. If you are in a school, teach them. Give some words. In Corona opportunity, how well some of our sadhus used, some of your own sadhus who really put their life at risk and served in Maharashtra, I know personally. So, what is all that? This is the thing. Sarva bhutat abhaya pradaha. That is the thing. Okay. Then that is the only thing? No. Bhajet kalottaram devi. Devi kalottaram is this text. Then, how do you know if you are really into service? What is the phala of that service? You will be connected to texts like this. Means any text which are pushing you towards Jivan Mukti. So now, how do we know whether we are qualified? Bhajet means not like once in a while casually getting onto this text. You are occupied with Shravan Manan Nidityas. So how do you know if you are qualified for this path? First, you should have the desire to disown individuality. And if you have that desire, you will have nirmama. And if that nirmama is there, then you will have karuna. If karuna is there, then you will selflessly, even at the cost of your suffering, you will serve others. And if you have done that, then Bhajet Kalottaram Devi. You will be occupied only with Shravan Manan Nidityas. So if you are not able to occupy with Shravan Manan Nidityas, the remaining time you do service like this. because they both are going towards the same thing. So here he is clearly telling us who is qualified for this path. So this is the way it is. Then, is that over or anything more is there? Now we have to be fully occupied. Shravan, Manan, Nidhyas, we said. Yes? Now what will prevent us from doing this Shravan, Manan, Nidhyas? And how to resolve that is being told next. Now come back to the fourth sloka. Ato hi nirbayo vidwan nishanka vigata spruha jnana utsaha paro bhuyat shraddha nirakulaha. Jnana utsaha paro bhuyat Shraddhadano nirakulaha. So what does it mean? For Shravan, Manan, Nidhyas, if you have to be occupied, what you should do? You should have Jnana Utsaha Paraha. You should have enthusiasm continuously for Jnana. Not because the ashram people told in PTC or TTC that you have to read scripture, you are reading. But you are reading because you are interested in this. You have enthusiasm. So if you only Shravan, Manan, Nidhyas, who can do? Who have enthusiasm for Jnana. Okay? And how can you have this sort of enthusiasm? You need to have Shraddha. You have to have wholehearted devotion. And you should be, and for that if you have to have this Shraddha means you should know that this is the only way. There is no other way for Jivan Mukti. This is the only way you should know. Only then you will have that Shraddha. But what will prevent you from having this Shraddha? Confusion in the mind. So Nirakulaha, you should not have any confusion about this path. Okay. But why I am having confusion? I have various desires. But what desires? I am already a mumukshu. Yoga. I want to eliminate this individuality. I don't have any desires. You have desires. You see. What desires? You have desire to do Narmada Parikrama? Spiritual desires. I want to do this japa for so many thousand times. Why? While doing Parikrama, somebody told, if you do this mantra for so many crores, you will have Siddhi. They said. Such desires are there. Or else various desires, many desires are there. No? This Prata you should do, then you will get this. Who told? The senior sadhu told. Or Guru Maharaj told to somebody, they will tell that you need to do this. Because there are thousands of various other paths than this that are very much prevalent here in our world. Any ashram you do, they will give you a new path. If you go to some place, they will tell you sit under a pyramid, they will tell. Otherwise you do tratak, they will tell. Otherwise nothing is needed, only do bhajan, they will tell. And gao, nacho. Pehle to you told about Tattvamasi. Now what, you are dancing in the name of Krishna? No, this is the ultimate. Now what should I do? I should do Shravan, Manan, Nidhyas, or I should dance with you. You dance, he will tell. Then you will dance for a day and come back. Now you will go to your ashram. There they will tell do Shravan, Manan, Nidhyas. But you will have desire to dance. Dance means really bhajan. No, because you told only, I am telling all that. So, why? Vigata spruha. Such desires you eliminate. In the name of spirituality, whatever desires you have, you eliminate all. But how do I eliminate? You need to nishanka. You should not have any doubts about this path. If you have doubt about this path, only two problems are there right now on this path. One, you are doubting this, whether this path itself can it give Jivan Mukti, you have doubt. So that doubt you eliminate. Then Nirbhayo is saying. Nirbhayo means what here? Should not have fear. Fear for what, Fear for leaving some of the other sadhanas that you are doing. So we are used to some sadhanas. Now here Ishvara is saying, now you do one thing. You do a selfless service. See this. The path told. Not Karmakanda is not at all mentioned here. In a way, this text is going to criticize all the Karmakanda. This teaching is nicely matching with Buddha's and Swami Vivekananda's. Selfless service, then Jnana, they are saying. So here, don't have doubts whether this path will lead to that. Don't have fear. Because I was initiated into various types of sadhanas in this process. Now I have come across this sadhana. Here you are saying only, you hold on to knowledge, you are saying. Now I will have fear. By leaving all those things, will I incur some sin or some problem? Fear. So don't have that fear, you see. So if you are like this, then you are qualified for this path. Otherwise, we can become qualified. That's what Bhagavan Ishvara is saying. How we can become qualified? Like if you have to sum up these both slokas, you are mumukshu. So here it is like a self-check, this two slokas. If you are a mumukshu, then you have to be intent on eliminating individuality. And if you are that, then you cannot have any mamata. Then if you don't have mamata, you should have compassion. And you should immerse yourself in selfless service. And because of that, you will have the enthusiasm to engage in Shravan Manan Nidhyas. But if that enthusiasm is not there, know that there are some confusion is there. And you don't have the Shraddha. Satyapta Buddhi is not there, that this will take you to the goal. Why you don't have Shraddha? Because you have Spruha, various other desires are there in the name of sadhana to do this and that. And why I am having all these desires? Because you are doubtful that whether this path which you have entered, whether it will give you fulfillment. And you have fear, what will others think? What my Guru Maharaj gave me mantra, what will happen if I don't do? And some people will ask, are you doing? They will ask. Then how can I tell them? We will have various fears you will have. So he is telling, get away with all that and first you become a mumukshu, it is told. Okay. Then, so here now your questions are answered here. Your yesterday's questions. This text has already answered A, B, C over all three questions. Okay.
No, D or E.
D
E also has been answered.
E also.
E also answers, but D is remain now.
D. That you don't worry. This whole text is about D only. Okay. Next, go to sloka 10. Here, our Ishvara, first you want to make things clear. Chitte chalati samsaro nischale moksha evatu tasmat chittam stiram kuryat prajnaya paraya buddha. So what is he saying here? What is mukti he is defining first. And what you need to do for this mukti. So, what is mukti and what you have to do for this mukti. What is mukti and what is samsaram? Chitte chalati samsaro. The wavering mind itself is samsara. And nischale moksha evatu. Yoga chittavritti nirodha. There it is said. Here what it is saying. But the second line is making a big difference here. It is not exactly same thing. Chitte charati samsaro nischale moksha evatu. It is told. So here, what is this? The mind, because if you look at this, even the first line what we discussed, it is not exactly here. What it is saying, samsara means what? Samsara means change. Yes, that we will agree. No? It is a continuous change, whether it is transmigration or whatever it is. We forget about all the future births and past births. Now let us stand here. Even here, it is continuous change. The mind and its vrittis are continuously fluctuating. And because of that, why they are fluctuating? Because you are giving scope for them to fluctuate. How you are giving scope? Because you are assuming this individual to be real and the whole world to be real. And you are giving a scope to vacillate or to ruminate on various objects of this universe. You are giving a space for it to play around. And that only, you are only giving the scope for this change. So that is samsara. Then what is moksha? Getting rid of all this. Getting rid of what? That there is nothing apart from the reality. So you are getting to the reality of the individual, reality of this entire creation. And then what is it? That is that infinite. So because of that there is moksha, release from this ignorance. And in that release there is no scope for the mind to move. Why? There is no mind itself there, apart from the reality. So this is how we have to take it at this level. So one is giving reality to the mind and going along with all the waywardness of the mind. But other one is to understand the illusion of the mind. And once you understand the illusion of the mind, that is moksha. So, not that you hold on to mind without moving here. There is no scope for the mind. See, what is ignorance and knowledge? Ignorance means there is scope for the mind to play its games. And what is moksha? There is no scope for it. There is no scope. Because if you say, I will not allow that, then you are giving an importance to an individuality, which itself is the cause of all this mind's play. So you are not facilitating or providing a scope for the mind to move among the objects or in the world, which it is assuming to be real. So that is moksha, we are saying. Okay. So, or if you have to take it one more way, the mind will always be there active as long as there is an individual. So all the vrittis are holding on to aham vritti. This is why Ramana Maharshi's thing also is connected here. All vrittis are holding on to aham vritti. Until aham vritti is intact, all the other vrittis will be there. But when you see the illusion of this aham vritti, then where is mind then? No, then what is there? In the illusion of aham, what is there? Self is there. The reality is there because there is only reality. You assumed in that place you put this aham. But when you have appreciated the illusion of this individuality, whatever is there is the reality alone. Okay. So, what you have to do? Tasmat chittam stiram kuryat. What is the way? How to make the chittam stiram? This is the thing. Prajnaya paraya buddha. Prajnaya, knowledge. Prajnaya paraya buddha. Knowledge here. You have to take here as knowledge, not like what is written here. You have to take it as knowledge. The true knowledge. knowledge about the reality. True means reality. The knowledge about the real. Tattva jnana. Tasmat chittam. He says you have to tattva jnana say.
तो अभी एक तो प्रमाण मिल गया कि मैं जो सोच रहा था वो ठीक ही कर रहा था.
हाँ.
आनंद दे रहा है इसको.
Yeah, because once you are propelled by the Divine Mother to this path, she will always make sure that you are on the path. Now we are doing 10th sloka. We did it. From here we are going into 8 and 9. Why we are going here into 8 and 9? So what we learned in this 10th one, what is moksha and what is the way to moksha we learned. Yes? Now we have to make sure in our mind what do we have? We have fear. Yes? We said, why you are not able to take this as the only ultimate thing? We said, why? Because we have fear, we said. Yes, we told or not? Earlier, because of various things you have fear that I will leave away, whether I will go reality or not, all that. So, but we are saying, no, this is, first you should know what is moksha. This is moksha. And the only way for that moksha will be only through jnana. Yes? But why I am not able to follow this jnana? Now you will know. Why? Let us look at 8 and 9. Sa upayo vimokshasya sadhupas gunasthitaha sa prajna tat Yahastairyam tat punyam vyavasayinam. So yaha sa upayo vimokshasya. Okay. Then tadeva tirtam dhanam cha tapascha na samshayaha yenopayena baddheta vayuvat chalitam manaha. So now, what should be the upayam? Why we have told that this is the only upaya? Because that upaya, yena upayena baddhate. What this vayu, vayuvat chalitam manaha, the mind is like this wind. But through which upayam you can bind that mind? That is the ultimate path. And that is possible only through jnana. Yes? That's what we are, in the last thing what we are seeing. Tasmat chittam stiram kuryat prajnaya paraya buddha. Only through knowledge, you said. Why we are telling that is the knowledge? Because that is the highest thing you have to do. Because only through that, this mind which is like wind. Mind is like wind. So here through abhyasa, like Bhagavan told in Gita, abhyasa. Enatu kaunteya. Vairagya. But here what we are saying is that abhyasa is jnana abhyasa, shravana manana nidhyas. And vairagya for all the other things, vairagya, apart from this shravana manana nidhyas. But my mind is not going for shravana, do nishkam seva, direct. Nishkam seva. See in every being that they are the children of the Divine Mother and serve them. That's all. Even at the discomfort of your individuality. No, now I am okay. Now do Shravana Manana Nidhyas. Why? It is only through this that this mind can be, you can see the illusion of the mind. And when you see the illusion of the mind, then it amounts to restraining the mind.
By doing selfless service, we can see.
By doing selfless service, you will be qualified for this Shravana Manana Nidhyas. And through that Shravana Manana Nidhyas, further this. But now, can I take Shravana Manana Nidhyas and service together? Yes, you can take. Because they both are taking towards the same thing. Morning you said, no, that Swami is telling always Shravana Manana, Shravana. This is what he missed. So, if I am not able to do Shravana Manana Nidhyas, what I should do? He told 9 times that he should do only Shravana Viksansa. If Swami Vivekananda was there, he would have slapped him and told, why you are unnecessarily irritating sadhaks like that? If he is not able to do Shravana Manana, what you have to do? Do selfless service and get qualified for Shravana Manana Nidhyas. Maharaj, but I am able to do Shravan Nidhyas for most of the day. But there are some time, but whole day, how can you? That time you fill with selfless service. Okay. So here, yen upayana bhadyata vayus chalati manah. That is the only upaya. Okay. Vimokshasya. So upayo vimokshasya. Through that upayam, you will be free. Yes. And that is the only noble thing that you need to do. Tat punyam vyavasayana. For those all aspirants, the most noble thing to do is only this. What is that? Prajna tatiha stairya. That firm knowledge. Efforts to have this firm knowledge is only the most noble thing to do for all these aspirants. Why? Because that is the only upaya through which you get moksha. Moksha from what? From the mind itself. Mind means mind is holding on to individuality from the individuality itself. Yes? Then tadeva tirtham, tadeva danam, tadeva tapa, na samshayaha. See, now we have various other things in mind that I desire for various other things I told earlier, and we have fear whether by not doing that whether I will have problem. No. Tadeva tirtham, tadeva danam. There is no other danam. That is only danam. This is only tirtham. That is only tapa. And don't have any doubt on this. Okay?
Wow, very good, Maharaj.
Now let us go into 6 and 7. Sa Brahma, sa Shivo, Vishnu, sa Indra, sa Shadhanana, sa Guru, Sarva Devanam, sa Yogi, sa Tapodanaha, Pandita, sa Mahabhagaha, Krutartha, Paramartataha, Chaladvayu samam chittam, Driyate yena nischalam. So what it is saying? Chaladvayu samachittam. So this mind is like a wind. So what we have to do then? Nischalam. Why? Because that is only moksha. Okay. Who has achieved this? He has knowledge. Why? Knowledge is about what? About reality. But I have knowledge about reality. But mind is, I assume mind is real and it is moving like a monkey. Then that knowledge of reality what you have is not complete, he's saying. So, like, only then, he is only the Pandita who has achieved this, who has achieved this firm knowledge. Means who has the Tattvajnana which is capable of Manonasha and Vasanakshaya will only have the title that it is Drodajnana. Yes? According to this text. Chaladvaya samanchittam driyate yena nischalam.
Pandita.
So Pandita means this is the one.
Wise person.
Who is a wise person means who has knowledge. Who has knowledge? Who is able to see the illusion of the individuality to such an extent that the mind is no more taking a reality for itself. Yes? So Mahabhaga. Krutartha Paramartata. So he is the one who has the real contentment. He has done what he has to do. So what he has done? He has achieved the true spiritual goal. Like that incompleteness is there, you have written in your question. Na? So that will go away if this knowledge is firm. We are Pandita to some extent, but you will have the real title of Pandita only when you achieve this, is saying. When that individuality, this illusion is appreciated well. Then what is there in that, in the illusion of the individuality? The reality is there, as it is always. Then whatever is there is only reality. Then where is the person that who want to achieve something or do something? There is no, because only reality is there. That is Krutartha, Paramarthatha. That is the real. Because you have achieved what has to be achieved. To such an extent that the person who wanted to achieve himself is missing, is not there. You won't even know where he went, because he never was there. Okay. Then this is the tapodanaha. The real, the fruit of tapas is this. Tapodana. Tapodanaha. So through tapas, any siddhi has to be achieved. This is the only siddhi that has to be achieved. And he only is the yogi. There is no more yogi. He is the yogi. Not only that, so Guru Sarva Devanam. Sarva Devanam Guru. Because who has this knowledge, means the knowledge has yielded its fruit. Then what is there? There is nothing other than that. So if at all any glorious person has existed till now, he has to be only this. No? There cannot be beyond Advaita. No? So when you say infinity, Anantam, Brahma, then if anybody says that there is something more than that, then how it is possible? From the Advaitic standpoint, it is not possible. It is not. So this is the ultimate. You know that why it is being told like this is to give us this encouragement and one-pointedness to pursue this and not deviate to any other paths. So if you have to put it back from the way this text is presented as a discourse between mother and Parameshwara. So Parameshwara is saying, you fellows, you all got onto this path because of this mother's blessing. Now don't doubt that. And you take this path itself and go further. Don't look here and there and get confused. So if at all anything glorious on this path is there, it is this. So that's why if you have accomplished this, then so Guru Sarva Devanam, you are equal to the Brihaspati himself. And this is the real yoga. You are a yogi and you have achieved the siddhis of all tapas is achieved with this. Then who about Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva? They are also this only. Okay, Brahma, creator. It is if you have recognized the self, and self alone is there, and self alone, everything is only a manifestation of self, and sustained by the Satchidananda, and again going back into Satchidananda, and there is nothing other than Satchidananda. Then what is this? Sa Indra, Sa Shadanana. These are all the Devas, kings, and their commanders. So in a way, it is saying that is the ultimate knowledge, and this knowledge cannot be further improved upon.
Yes, refers to
those who attend.
Yes.
You attend or the self.
Means the attained and self, are they different? In that attainment, is there a person who attained?
No.
So that is what we are saying. No? If there is a difference, then this text is saying, is starting there only. If there is a difference, okay, now you come to this text. We will eliminate that difference, he is saying. If there is a difference, okay, you have jnana, but that jnana is not complete. But if you become Pandita, Pandita means here what? Not assuming that I know Satchidanandam, I know. Not like that. to such an extent where there is no individuality. Then if there is no individuality, what is there?
Only.
What is there? That. So there is no more higher than that. And that only is all these things. If you know that, then your interest to go towards any of these upasanas will not be there. And to where it will go? To only that knowledge part which will take you to the ultimate good. Got it? Okay. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.